Hello everyone. Okay, so the energies are a lot lighter today. I'm so sorry if I'm trying to be mindful of what I share, and a lot of times because again spirit puts me into an observation mode, and how light is rescuing the dark. They're giving me notifications and showing me how things are unfolding, and then I'm in the moment, and of course I go and I share something that's not quite um, uh, in the love sector per se. So again, I do apologize if a lot of you are sensitive at this time, and in fact, I don't want to disturb you. If you're again getting into the Christmas mode, and I know that's a little hectic in itself, but the thing is, as an observer, spirit brings me to this space all the time, and it's just awareness, and it's such an honor to see how things are unfolding, as it should, and it's a blessing, all kinds of blessings in disguises. And sometimes when we're too busy, we miss all of it, and I'm here to just share it and to encourage you to keep going. And if you are spreading love, then all the power to you. Okay. Anyway, I just because things are getting interesting again across the globe, and it's UFOs and aliens are the topic, the highlighted topics currently. But again, with propaganda, they want to always distract us somehow in one way or another. But those that are awakened, we catch it, right? And so it's nice to see that the assimilation is actually falling away. And again, it's an honor to witness and to be present in acknowledging it. So, anyway, having said, I'm going to share a little experience I've had, and it's again because it's UFO related. I just have to say, for the record, for those that are not quite there spiritually just as yet to talk about aliens, just think of it as the movie E.T., okay? Because it's exactly what's unfolding. In fact, they're not here to harm us, they're here to help us. And so I've put out a lot of information because I noticed that when people are observing these UFOs, they're calling it drones. They're actually not drones, they are spacecrafts. And the thing is, these aliens have always been here. We are just the descendants, okay? So if you do your research, if you kind of tap, and I think that's why they've been saying just tap within, tap in, and get to know yourself, and just see where you're at spiritually. And this is the time there, well, where we're like being encouraged to be more enlightened, open-minded, as I mentioned prior, and then just allowing these beings to help us, because that's what their plan is. They see God, the higher power, the universe. There's universal laws, as we mentioned. There's galactic laws as well, and so they follow that. So they do not harm people, okay? They are very disciplined in love, and nourishing energies, just FYI. And how do I know? Well, through the research, I've noticed that a lot of people were mentioning the Anunnaki returning and all that stuff. So essentially what they're saying is that if you were to Google, I guess, the celebrities from the P. Diddy, it's all related apparently. It's the P. Diddy, the Nate Jay-Z, all those, as we're saying, Hollywood fallouts, they practice satanic rituals. And so apparently they said that if you were to Google them, like Elon Musk and all that, apparently they're Rh negative. Now we're going into the bloodline now. Interesting, hey? And I'm like, wait, I'm an Rh negative. I'm not practicing satanic rituals. So what does this have to do with anything? So we all have free will, and so the farther we go against universal laws and galactic laws and things like that, we get almost, well, we, of course, we have consequences with that, right? All right. I don't want to go too much into it. However, it was quite interesting to see our H negative pop up. Okay, so it just brings us awareness again to our own bloodline and what we are here for, and what and what kind of service we are portraying, to say the least. So, anyway, having said, yes, there's a spiritual warfare happening, and I've mentioned this prior to, and that's just basically light rescuing the dark, so to speak, because again, Mother Earth needs it. And so now this is why the aliens are popping up. Yes, the aliens are here to help us evolve, and this planet to evolve in love, not fear. Fear is only an illusion because you don't understand the unfoldment as to what is happening, which will keep you kind of stuck, energetically speaking. So this is why I'm here, to hold space and to give you nothing but the truth from my own experience, okay? And what is being shown. So, having said, I've never shared this story with anyone other than my daughter, and she just rolled her eyes and was like, okay. And that was about it. So, you're going to hear more and more stories of maybe some abductions through small children, and I mean, maybe even you had an experience of, finding yourself on a spaceship at one point that you recall. And it's funny because it happened to me. So I've shared in 2014/15, I had my spiritual awakening, and it was quite interesting. It was brief, right to the point, but what I got out of it, like, I understood that I was some sort of experiment. Okay, so anyway, 2014/2015, I was in a dream state. I teleported and I found myself on a spaceship. Yes, a spaceship. And I was laying down, strapped to it on a table. And it looked as though it was like some sort of lab that was happening. And I looked over to my right and I seen what looked to be like two female aliens, and they had larger heads, almost like a cone, not a cone head, but it's like E.T. in a way, right? So again, just reflect back to the movie E.T. and that should kind of send your fear away a bit. But anyway, so I seen them walking. They were walking very slowly, and then when I came conscious too, where I was like laying and I hollered over at them and I said, hey, can you help me? Help unstrap me, please. And they kind of looked over, like, with their eyes, and then they kind of looked down, and then they put their hands up like this, and they were walking very slowly, as if they didn't see me. And then I'm like, And then I look, and they're all dressed in like a white gown, and right where the chest is was an image of a cross. And I said, oh, and then it lit up. And I was like, whoa, that's so cool. I yelled out and I said, hey, I seen your cross just light up. And then they were like, oh, no, and they covered it, and they looked at me. And they said, no, you're not sacred enough to look at it. And then they like really like walked so fast out of like my view and like disappeared. And I was like, whoa. And I woke up because I didn't see anybody else. And then I woke up and I can see a bruise just right where I was tied down in the one area, one spot. Nothing too big, nothing too scary or anything, but it was just quite interesting, and never got anything from it other than the fact that the experience itself was just that. Yeah, very interesting. So anyway, so they're telepathic. They read your emotions, your thoughts. And so just make sure if you ever bump into a UFO or you see one, or you're just seeing people like getting scared by it, just reassure them to telepathically send them good vibes. Thank them. And so that's basically it. It's so simple. Send them love and light, and let them know that you are open minded and that you will allow their help. And before you know it, again, they're really they're powerful. They're very powerful in ways where they can override any destruction that may be taking place behind the scenes that we're not aware of, maybe lied to. Hint, hint, hint. But again, they know exactly what's going down, and they're going to try their best to intervene, stop these nuclear, bombs that are being planned. And the threat is there, but then this is why the aliens are really stepping up and revealing themselves, because it's time to see them. And that's really what it all comes down to. We're here to see the truth and to let go of the lies and the illusions that comes with it. Yes. So anyway, it's going to be a whirlwind. Again, a lot of interaction, mostly in the US. So I know here in Canada it's been fairly quiet. I think maybe there was some UFO sightings, New York, I don't know if in Vancouver, but Montreal, I think. But it's mostly US currently at the moment. Again, it's going to be worldwide eventually. So buckle up and know that you are protected. If you're still listening to this, thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing positive energies, love, and compassion. Yes, and understanding. And really working through your fears, okay? Things shall get easier, but we need to go through the storms, and we can do it when we can come together in unity, okay? Healing separation, healing, just healing, healing, healing. Receiving all the blessings that is coming in 2025 through, again, blessings in disguises, okay? So, yeah. What else to share? Oh, right, Ali Carter. So she just released another clip. To see this full version, you can go to my YouTube channel. Here I'm going to just show you one other to support my experience of being abducted. Have a look.
I'm tired. Okay? So, aliens. How many times have I told y'all those exist? Yeah. Many people are like, nah, she's crazy. How many times did your government announce they exist? But everybody is like, nope, I have to pay rent. I don't care if they coming out of the ocean. How many times have we told y'all to watch the water? There's entrances and exits in the water, but your government came out and told you that the aliens are in the water. They're real, but they're in the water. How many times have we told y'all there are entrances, exits, and freeways under the water? How many times? A lot. For those of you who are new, you're probably like, I don't know you. Okay, I'm going to tell you right now, a lot.